Now, there are two basic schools of architectural style during this period in the 19th century. We see the exotic and the traditional. Now, the exotic will be based on all sorts of revival ideas. We'll see the reintroduction of, for example, Egyptian or medieval or Gothic and some other forms. Now, the thing is, there's basically an art critic by the name of John Ruskin who believes that there's no real reason to develop new architecture at the time because, well, we've done it all, and let's expand on what we have. Now, they're getting these ideas primarily through trade and through an increasingly literate middle class. So here we see a Chinese pagoda, for example, built in the backyard in Warwick, in England. So very interesting ideas, especially on the exotic side. And some of them I want to deal with here, such as Egyptian Revival, which we see a lot in the 19th century and the early 20th century when we get into the United States. Now, we would, in America, associate this maybe with Masonic lodges or something like that, but it was actually far more commonplace, often used in theaters, in any kind of common communal space, and they're trying to show a knowledge. They're also trying to kind of expand on ideas. The British use it because it kind of gives them credibility for their massive British Empire, which is building in the 19th century. We will see Moorish Revival, and this is going to be a look at the Moors once again, Islam in Spain prior to 1492, and bringing in some of those ideas, although they're mixing them. Even here you can see there's some Moorish elements, the use of geometric pattern, the use of sort of a pointed arch, but then there's Gothic elements being drawn in. So a lot of these revivals are not going to be 100% accurate, nor do they intend to be. They're trying to beautify a space with a central theme and idea. So you'll see things like Moorish Revival attached to homes that are more Gothic or homes that are in some other form. We also see Byzantine Revival here at a church in Paris, and that's being based loosely on, for example, the Hagia Sophia in Constantinople or modern-day Istanbul. And here they're using the dome. They're kind of incorporating that dome, although they change the form, they change the shape. They're using the tower construction. And in fact, when you look at this revival, you'll notice it looks a lot like the United States Capitol, where everything's in white. You walk up this hill to get there. Of course, there's more stairs and everything. And that's because, of course, they are probably taking some ideas from that structure, which is going to be a very popular structure to look at when we're in the 19th century. And so they're mixing neoclassical, they're mixing Byzantine, they're mixing a lot of different ideas to try and create something new, innovative, and interesting. And again, with those new construction methods that they have, they can do things that, for example, the Byzantines could only have dreamed of.